Hello, family. Briefly, let us talk. I'm not going to be long because I frankly had not planned to talk about this at all. But I always have thoughts. Y'all know I always have thoughts. I just don't always share them. But how y'all's doing? Can you hear me? Hi, Ethan. I take it that you can hear me if you're saying hello to me and it's not just a blank screen. I am still getting used to this newer setup, but I am hopefully giving you guys a better quality now that I'm using my DSLR on these lives. And you can fully see that I just threw on a lash and some brow gel. That's all I had time for because, as I said, I was not planning to talk about any of this. I think we all know what is going on right now in DC based on the thumbnail and just based on being an alive person. I'm sure you've heard. I hope that y'all are staying safe. Ooh, eyelash. I hope that y'all are staying safe, that your loved ones are staying safe as well. As I said, I'm going to keep this brief. I do have some notes, but I'm going to keep it short because I'm impulsive, I guess. I'm impulsive. What can I say? Um, First of all, if you have been paying attention, and I know a lot of y'all have because the Nat fam is smart as hell. We got some smart as whip folks up in here. You will not be surprised by today's events at all. We been knew this was coming. Again, that's if you've been paying attention. And if you've been keeping up in recent weeks in particular, you also knew that something was going to happen on today. They've been organizing. We talk about organizing on the good guy side. They organized too. This was organized. There were actual bombs. I don't know if you guys heard about that were detonated. People could have been killed. So when shit first started popping off today, I hadn't heard just yet that the white supremacists had released the cracking. Like I knew something was going to happen today. I just didn't know what time. But a colleague slacked me. I'm rolling my eyes because I hate Slack, not because I hate her. I love her actually. But a colleague slacked me to check on me, make sure that I wasn't in DC, make sure that I was okay. She thought I might have family there or that I might be there for whatever reason. She was actually just checking on everyone on our team. And I knew the fact that she was checking on me, I knew immediately, oh, okay, here it goes, it's happening. A lot of people, a lot of news outlets, whatever, are so surprised, so shocked. I don't know. Maybe it'll hit me later, the emotion, but I've been very, very clinical and very emotionless about this today. I think it's terrible that a person died and more people could have died, but I am not surprised by any of these events. Thank you, Angelo. Haven't seen you in so long. How are you, my friend? I've been meaning to hit you up and just check on you because I haven't talked to you in so long. But as I was saying, like a lot of people have been shocked. Oh, I can't believe it. Y'all, Trump has been talking about this for months. He's been inciting this, facilitating this for months. It wasn't a threat, it was a promise. Oh, thank you, Amy. Very generous super chat, y'all. Thank you so much. It wasn't a threat, it was a promise. The only consequence that he has faced is having his social media deactivated, temporarily at that. Yet another limp dick response from Twitter and them because they love to play both sides. They love to act so righteously indignant when the so-called president is tantruming and literally inciting a riot, because that's what this was, and encouraging white supremacist terror redactyls. Not going to say the word because y'all know YouTube be tripping, but can someone tell me why? Tell me why they're never called pterodactyls when they're white. BLM has been called a pterodactyl organization. Anytime it's black people or brown people, they love to throw that word around. Thugs. McConnell, old turtle, he actually used the word thug today, which I found shocking. I was just like, oh, maybe he saw a black Trumper out in the crowd, and I was surprised by that. Hey, girl, long time no see. Thank you for the extremely generous super chat. We've been missing you. We've been missing you. But yeah, they're never called pterodactyls. They're calling them protesters. That's not a protest. That is a coup. That is a riot. That is a white supremacist attack. That is not a protest. Y'all, with the super chats tonight, thank you, Fruit Hill Farm. These are like very generous. I don't know what to say, but thank you. And thank you as well, Lee. Anyway, we shouldn't be shocked. It's really the point that I want to drive home tonight. You shouldn't be surprised. What you should be doing is embracing your Second Amendment. I've been anti-gun my entire life, but things change. I'm not going to be the one getting caught bringing a knife to the gunfight. I may be a blade bitch, but it's good to diversify. That's a bingo, TB, and thank you for the super chat. That's a bingo. Ethan, you're not kidding. I mean, I wasn't even going to come on, but y'all are like hooking a girl up. You're too generous. Folks are still surprised by this somehow, though. There's a lot of people like, I can't believe it. Meanwhile, almost this exact same thing happened 6 months ago because a bunch of white people wanted haircuts. Remember that? They stormed a Capitol building in, was it Minneapolis, I want to say? Armed. This happened recently. Why are y'all surprised? And what happened to those people who stormed a federal building armed? Fuck all. Fuck all happened to them. Meanwhile, I've seen literal hours of state-sanctioned violence against people with cardboard signs marching for Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery. If I were the type to go to protests, I've even seen it in person. I've seen it happen. I've seen LAPD be ordered to attack people protesting outside the mayor's house. You know, if I were the type to go to actions. Did I miss another person? Audra, what's up? Girl, why are you better. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, well, yeah, Audra, we're not far from it at all. We're not far from it at all. My mom was one of the first generations of kids to start going to integrated schools. I mean, I remember my mom talking about getting like bussed into her school and being the only Black girl in her class. And I actually, like, I guess you could say interviewed her. I didn't like record her or anything, but like, I just had so many questions about what her experience was like being the only Black girl in a newly integrated school and what kind of treatment she experienced. We're not far from this shit at all. And can we stop with the side-by-sides of the state violence? Because this is what I'm seeing all over my Instagram. And I understand why people do this, but they'll do like the side-by-sides of state violence against peaceful demonstrations for social justice and Black Lives Matter protests. Like I remember I saw, it was just like Black Lives Matter protests from, you know, like Juneteenth or whatever, which literally stormtroopers in front of Capitol Hill to protect against, again, people, we shall overcome, like, do we really need all this? Meanwhile, they'll juxtapose that with video or photos of the cops literally letting in these white supremacist pterodactyls today. Literally like removing the barricade to let them in. And it's just like, see how it's different? And it's just like, we do this every time. And it's not persuading anyone who isn't already on our side. The whole, but when we demonstrate peacefully, like it's late. It's late. We already know that this isn't for us. This whole system is not for us. That's why we got to burn it down. We'll pretend I didn't say that. That's why we need to dismantle it and build something new. We don't need to build back better. We need to build something new entirely, Joe Biden. We already know that no matter how virtuous and in the right we are with our tactics, thank you so much. Oops. Sorry, Thorn, but thank you for being here too. I was trying to show Cuddly Grizzly Bear. Thank you. Thank you, Mariposa. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Where'd that go? It's too much to do. I feel like I'm trying to conduct a symphony and play an instrument at the same time when I do these lives with the showing the comments and whatnot. But to me, it just goes back. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Yes, that one still haunts me, Ashley. I forget the elderly man's name, who they literally just shoved him down and his head cracked like a melon, where he had blood coming out of his ear. That image still haunts me. Thank you, Nikki. Ah, New Zealand. I hear it's lovely there. That's where my mom was like trying to convince me to emigrate to so that she could come too. I was just like, Mom, I'm sure it's extremely difficult to emigrate to New Zealand. It's very competitive. Um, Thank you, Ahiru. I will be safe. I'm not kidding. 18-inch carbon steel machete less than 3 feet away from me. I been new. I've been new this was coming. If anything, I got my machete later than I was expecting. Very sweet, Isabel. Thank you. I got my machete. I was supposed to get my machete in Trinidad last year in April when I was going to be visiting there, and then the whole world ended, and I didn't get to get. I wanted it to be from my fatherland. Instead, I had to get it online. But I've been ready for this. I've been ready. But this whole thing about when we demonstrate peacefully, they do this. When white people are literally pterodactyls, they do that. We know. We know. I don't think we need to keep making these. I don't want to call them memes because that makes it sound like they're meant to be funny or trivial, and they're not. Like, it's a valid point, but it's just like, how many times are we going to do this? They don't care. You're preaching to the people who are already on your side. Thank you, Diane. It's late. It's tired. It goes back to what is actually a meme. That meme about how you never see the chief of the chief of police and the grand wizard of the KKK in the same room at the same time. For the same reason, you never see Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana in the same room. That's an internet joke that I've seen floating around for forever. We know. We know they're not going to, we know that they're going to literally help them when it's the white pterodactyls, when it's the Kenosha shooter. And now I was even hearing like people calling for impeachment again, because Trump was impeached. People think that impeachment means removal. Impeachment is just bringing up on the charges. Trump was impeached and he will always be impeached. It just was a failure, you know? And why now? Impeach him for why? For why? Y'all already blew it the first time. Much like with that limp dick Twitter ban, too little, too late. We've been new. It's been 4 years. It's been 5 years if you go into when he actually was like legitimately starting to campaign and shit. Biden and them talking about getting the country back to what America really is. This is America. This is it. This is America. You fucking senile, duplicitous ass clown. Thank you, Mariah. See, I don't know about all that. I'm very against facial recognition because facial recognition technology is usually used as another tool of oppression of Black and brown people. So I do hope that just people recognizing them for being stupid enough to post selfies gets them. But again, like, the government is basically in cahoots with these people. So they're probably to reiterate something that Janiyah the Future expressed. She went live, or they went live on Instagram today, and they were talking about how they're probably now like back at their hotels or back at a fucking Olive Garden, high-fiving each other and planning what they're going to do next. This ain't over. This is just the beginning. See that handle there? Right there. Get ready, y'all. That's all I want to say. Prepare. To quote Scar in The Lion King, be prepared. Actually, someone made a great point. Here we go. Anitra, that's a great point. Because lest we forget, Black Lives Matter started under Obama. Obama, I mean, I'm not going to do this. This is for Patreon only because I don't want to deal with the people who are too fragile to endure any legitimate critiques of that man. But Obama wasn't for us. I'll leave it at that. Oops. Sorry, I was trying to show Tiffany, but hi, Toya. I don't know what you mean. The live? I didn't give you guys that much notice. I put it up a little bit over half an hour before I went on. I was almost just going to come on no notice, but I like to give y'all guys a little bit of a heads up. But that's what replays are for, girl. All right. And yeah, Anitra, I'm not going to deal with the people who have just very myopic, I can't handle anyone critiquing Obama, because not a fan, to put it lightly. Not a fan. Hi, Kelly. Thank you. Yep. Love you too, Kelly. We've been missing you, by the way. Antonio, you and I have talked about this as well. Literally, Lucky. Literally. On that note, I'm going to get out of here. I was figuring I'd come on for like 5-10 minutes, and it's almost been thrice as long as that already. I would love to hang out longer, but I know it's, a school night and everything. And I also kind of want to pour myself a glass of wine and watch the world burn. Oh, Lord, this thing is so annoying. Thank you, Mariposa. Absolutely. Oh, no, like that is the best grift of all, is when these capitalists try to scare people away from socialism and communism, and all of the conditions that they describe as being bad about it are literally describing capitalism. What a grift. What a grift. All right, my loves, I'm going to call it, because again, I don't even have I have a lash on and some brow gel, and I'm like, girl, you should have stayed off the internet tonight. But thank you, Lee. Thank you, everyone else, for joining me. Y'all, this is what I mean when I say stay safe, stay dangerous. This is not a fucking simulation. This is when shit is getting real. Stay safe, stay dangerous, and never trust anyone with a Morphe code. And watch your back, because these pterodactyls are losing their minds because they are losing. Bye.